If you've been staring at your backyard thinking, I don't even know where to start, this video is made for you. I'm Anesu and I'll be breaking down the most valuable landscaping tips that'll work for any backyard. Tip number 1. The first tip sounds obvious, but most people skip this and regret it. So before you buy a single plant, before you move a single rock, before you do anything, please draw up a simple plan for your yard. It doesn't have to be fancy. Literally, grab a piece of paper, sketch out a rough shape of your yard, and mark out where the sun hits, where it's shady, where the water tends to pool after the rain, and where you usually spend your time in the backyard. Why does this matter? Because some of the homeowners plant beautiful flowers in a spot that gets zero sun and wonder why their plants fail. Or they build a patio and realize it's right in the path of where the water drains. Tip number 2. Don't grow plants that don't belong in your climate. I get it. You see something beautiful at the nursery or on Pinterest and you want it in your backyard. But if that plant is meant for a different climate and you're in a dry, hot region, or vice versa, you're going to be constantly fighting nature, and nature always wins. So you can go up Google and try look for native plants that naturally grow in your region. These are incredible because they're already adapted to your soil, your rainfall, and your temperatures. They need less water, less fertilizer, and way less maintenance. I've actually created a free landscape design guide that will help you to get started with your backyard design. And you'll also gain access to our free landscape design newsletter where you will get free weekly insights on everything landscape design. Scan the QR code on your screen or you can click the link in the description to get access today. Tip number 3. This is a classic design principle and it works where you plant in odd numbers. 3s, 5s, and 7s, because odd number groupings look natural and balanced to the human eye. Even numbers can look too rigid or symmetrical, kind of like you lined things up with a ruler. So instead of planting 2 bushes side by side, plant 3. Instead of 4 ornamental grasses, go with 5. It sounds almost too simple, right? But when you apply this consistently throughout your yard, the whole space just starts to feel cohesive and intentional instead of random. Tip number 4. Think of your yard beds like a theater. You want the tall performers to be in the back row and the shorter ones up front so everyone gets seen. So in practice, put your taller shrubs or ornamental trees at the back of the bed, medium height perennials in the middle, and the lower ground covers or small flowering plants along the front edge. This creates depth and dimension, and it means nothing gets hidden or overshadowed. Tip number 5. There's nothing that makes a yard look more cared for than clean, crisp edges between your lawn and your garden beds. You can use simple metal or plastic landscape edging, or you can use a shovel to cut a clean line into the soil. Either way, once you define those edges, the whole yard immediately looks more polished and more intentional. Clean lines just look nicer. Tip number 6. I cannot say this enough. Mulch is one of the best investments you can make in your yard. It does so many things at once. It retains moisture in the soil, which means you water less, and it regulates soil temperature, and it breaks down in the soil. And that means that it actually improves your soil quality, and it also looks great. You can use wood chip mulch, shredded bark, pine needles, or even pea gravel for a different look. All have their benefits. Tip number 7. A focal point is basically the thing your eye goes to first when you look at a space. It anchors the design and gives everything else something to relate to. This could be a beautiful flowering tree, a water feature, a fire pit, a sculpture, a bird bath, a pergola, and anything that draws the eye. Without a focal point, a yard can feel scattered and undefined. 1. Suddenly everything makes sense and the whole design feels intentional. If you're on a budget, even a large decorative pot filled with bold plants can act as a focal point. It doesn't have to be expensive, it just has to be deliberate. Remember, you deserve the best ideas for your backyard. So don't forget to scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description to get your free landscape design guide, which also gives you access to our free landscape design weekly newsletter. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video. I know you're gonna love it.